The latent phase of labour or the early phase of labour can be quite different for different people. For some, it can be just a few hours. For others, it can be on and off for a day or two, sometimes more.
I've had 2 children. We've got Joshua, who is 18 months old now, and Henry, who was born on Christmas Eve. First time around with Joshua, it was a 10-hour labour in total. So the early phase was about 8 hours or so. And then with Henry, we had quite a significantly shorter labour, so it was 5 hours in total. We tried to stay at home for as long as possible. We knew how important it was to try and stay calm and relaxed through labour, and we knew how much more likely it is that you'll start to slow things down if you sort of go into anywhere too early and sort of be observed too early.
I thought I'd just Google how you know when labour is about to happen. So it was things like loose bowels, fatigue, change in appetite, and then there was the nesting symptom where you had the urge to sort of nest. And I remember going through this list and thinking, I'm doing all of these things.
Although this is an early phase, your body's doing a lot of really important things. So your cervix is softening, it's shortening, and your body is really getting ready for that active, dilating phase of labour.
So I first started noticing that the backache was happening sort of rhythmically about 11 in the morning. And then I sort of chilled out, tried to distract myself and do nice things, and then started the timer app and actually realised that they might be contractions, and did that all the way up until about 1:30, 2-ish. And that's when I actually decided to ring in to the hospital and see what they said.
We as midwives often suggest that you stay at home for as long as you can if you're feeling calm and relaxed. And it's really important that you've got good support at home.
Soothing music and scripts are some of the amazing tools used in hypnobirthing. And these can either be read by the partner or can be recorded previously. We've recently trained lots of midwives in hypnobirthing, and they are going to be offering antenatal classes. You can see your community midwife if you want more information about this. So things you can do at home are relax in bed with some comfy clothes, candles, soothing music, and this can really help you cope with the early part of labour. Partners can get involved by providing back massage and also encouraging their partners to use the breathing techniques they've already learnt during the course.
In the hospital we use a lot of essential oils and massage, so it doesn't necessarily have to be an essential oil, it can just be a plain wheat germ oil or grapeseed oil that you can get from health food shops.
One of the things I used in early labour was repeating positive affirmations. I'm powerful and I'm strong and my body is going to do what it's meant to do. Got my lavender spray because I love a bit of lavender to calm me down, and my nice big pregnancy pillow that I could hug, and my nighty gown that said girls can do anything for a bit of power.
Some of the things that people can try at home are lying down on your side, left or right, it doesn't really matter. You can try mobilising, so walking around, even if it's just around the room in a little loop. You can try leaning forwards. This is a really good position because it means any position where you're leaning forwards means that hopefully the baby's back will rotate around the front. So this is a really great position, leaning over something high like the back of a chair. Having a bath or a shower even, anything really that keeps you calm in both your mind and your body.
I had a bath, basically stayed in the bath as long as possible and just kept putting the hot tap on. And then I only came out of the bath when I felt like I needed something a little bit more to take the edge off the contractions. So then I got out of the bath and used the TENS machine to try and help with the surges.
Research shows us that labour tends to progress really well when a woman is relaxed and calm and able to release the oxytocin that the body needs. So it's important to have a relaxed body, but it's also really important to have a relaxed mind, to be able to switch off the thinking brain and let the oxytocin flow.
We'd done hypnobirthing in both cases, so we knew how important it was to try and stay calm and relaxed and let the oxytocin flow.
So when you're at home, you're probably more likely to eat and drink as you normally would, and that is really important, particularly the drinking. Your appetite might be reduced, however, the drinking is important. Stay hydrated, and it's important to just keep a loose eye on whether you're passing urine. You may experience a show. This could be days before you actually go into labour, or it might be during that early or latent phase of labour. Now, this is perfectly normal and actually a really encouraging sign, because it shows that that cervix is starting to thin out, starting to shift, and maybe even dilate a little bit. And some of that mucus is released and it may be streaked with blood. It's really normal, but if you have any concerns, ring your local maternity unit for advice.
I think the breathing was the one thing that for me really helped, and all the way through the labour too. I just focused on that. It was an easy thing for me to focus on when you're in, you know, bad contractions and you can't think straight mostly, and it's all just pain. To stop you freaking out, it's an easy thing to try and focus on.
I think it's really frustrating, because I remember when I was pregnant and I sort of asked, you know, because I hadn't had Braxton Hicks, you know, what does it feel like? How will I know? But you do just know, and you just have to trust your body and just know that, you know, trust yourself and know that it is happening. That is it.